Well, it's about the week after Thanksgiving, and I am very unlike many other people who put up their Christmas trees right after Halloween. It just wasn't in my things to do, and to be honest, I wasn't like super motivated to do so. Since we've been in our new house, we just built this house and moved in like July when it was finished, and we moved in around the beginning of August, and since then we've been furnishing it. So I've been like really focused on furnishing, because from our old house when we were in a townhome, I sold a lot of the furniture because I wanted to start fresh. But anyway, so today I am actually putting up my tree and then starting to slowly decorate. We're not doing a whole lot of decorations this year. I'm not going all out like I did in our townhome, just because I did sell some of that stuff too, and I'm looking to get new things. So even like this year, the tree that we're putting up, I am planning on it not being the same tree for next year. So I decided to get all this stuff together. I just went and dropped off little man. I decided not to put up the tree with him just because there's a lot of furniture I need to move for the space I'm putting it in. So it's time to put the tree up, decorate the living room a little bit, and just kind of get a little bit of festive, even if you can't see it from the outside. So I'm gonna go put on my tea so I can grab my tea, because I can't function with my tea in the morning. I am not a big coffee person. Having my Starbucks yesterday, it's the one coffee for the week I'm doing. So let me go finish and get my tea and then start moving some furniture and putting this tree up and decorating the living room a little bit. So like many people, we keep our storage in the basement. At this time, we don't have a finished basement. As I said, our house is pretty new, but we're hoping to get the basement finished soon enough. But in the basement, we have the tub that includes all of our holiday things. You can see it's a little bit dusty on that tub because it's in a new basement that has a lot of dust. And then we have the tree that's in the box that actually still has a Target price on it, which is around $99 on sale when we purchased it. Then it's time to clean up the living room and move some furniture around. I have to clean up the toys for our pre-K as well as his little chair, try to fix up a little bit of my husband's game area. And then we're gonna move these chairs out the way first so I can make space where the tree is gonna go. So I turned our stove on for the tea kettle to get the water to boil while I was doing all the cleanup. And now it's time to make my tea. I usually go with the Tazo tea. I love a good black breakfast tea, and I love this mug for the holiday season. I use it all the time, just because everyone knows mom wants a silent night for all those moms out there. So it's a big tea mug. I don't use it year round, only the holiday season. So I love breaking this out. But as a next festive thing to kind of get ready, I decided to put our dog Charlie's little shirt on. We got him a holiday shirt from Abercrombie. I did realize it's a little bit too big for him once putting it on, but it's not really worth it to go take it back. It's just going to be kind of a seasonal thing, but he wasn't very happy with me putting it on, but it was just to try it on for now. Now it is time to put up the tree. So our tree is always kind of boxed up in a very unorganized way, just because my husband's usually the one that takes it down and he just kind of throws everything into the box. But I take the picking everything out, and then I'm looking for basically the bottom spiles, so I can grab all of those and then be able to put the bottom on so I can set it up. So it's pretty easy to do. It just kind of slides right in place. And then as soon as I get all those in place and clicked in, it's easy just to flip it over and put it over in the corner where we're gonna have it. As you can also see, I have my fireplace on, so my actual fireplace on to keep me warm while I'm doing everything. It's a little bit chilly. It is controlled by a Nest thermostat, but of course also for a little bit of festivity on our frame TV, I have another fireplace crackling. It actually is one that is a holiday theme, so it has like a Christmas tree in front and a fireplace in the background. Yes, it is a Samsung frame TV. It's a 65-inch. We just don't have the bezel on it. It was really funny because when we purchased it, I was under the impression the bezel comes with it and then learned that it does not, but that is neither here nor there. So with each section of putting the Christmas tree up, I try to fluff it, and then of course I have to go and connect it. So our tree has built-in lights, so when I put on the second piece, I'm definitely gonna just connect it. I don't like finding these later. I find them to be pretty difficult. All right, so I keep everything in here so you can see that I don't have a lot of holiday stuff. Again, the last time we had Christmas was actually at my parents' house when we were living with them, when our house was being built. Just because we don't want to pay 2 mortgages, it can get expensive. And then before that, we were in our townhome. So, you know, right now we don't have a lot of holiday things. Like, this is pretty much all the holiday stuff for the house in this one tote. By next year, I am planning on having more totes and probably retiring some of these things. So we're gonna unpack some of the stuff. Some of it's for the tree, some of it's for the living room. Like you can see here, we've got pillows, which I'll put on there to kind of like spruce things up. Like even this one can just go here behind me. We'll spruce that up. So I'm gonna unpack all of this, figure out where it's all going to go, and just kind of plan everything out. So in these boxes, we actually also use them to give gifts. So when my husband and I first were living together, so before we were married, when we were living together, we actually got these 2 boxes, and it's in the boxes where we would put the things that we were getting for each other. So this is actually my husband's box, and this is my box. What we used to do, which was really super cute, we just don't do it anymore because most of our gift money is going towards either the house and our son. So we kind of just decided at one point, as you know, we started our family, had our son, and started like, you know, saving for houses, that instead of buying gifts for each other for Christmas or expensive gifts for each other, we probably like buy like small tokens or just kind of gift each other throughout the year. And focus everything else on getting things for the house. So like this year, he asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I said the bezel to go around our TV, so the frame TV could actually look like it's in a picture frame. So you can see like we're starting to ask for different things. He asked for like some outdoor things. So it's kind of like house things that we don't always get them right around Christmas. We kind of get them there. But we've been using them for partly decor and for the additional storage of our ornaments. So it allows us to kind of combine everything in that one tote, because totes are expensive. So we do a lot of gold, and then we get our fun little ornaments here and there. And then I have our stocking holders. So I'm gonna start putting all these up. I'm gonna focus on the tree first, and then I'm gonna put everything else up around everywhere else. So the gas fireplace did make the living room pretty warm, and of course with me moving around, I just got hot. So I decided to take my little cardigan off, my cardigan jacket, and keep working. So I'm putting this skirt on. I cannot tell you where I got it from. I probably ended up getting it from Target or Home Goods, which is the place I usually shop for holidays. So I'm putting the skirt on, and then one thing I usually do, because I love to have a kind of a fluffy underneath on our tree skirt, I take the blankets that we don't often use, and I put them underneath. I've seen a lot of people do this with trash bags or go to a craft store and get fluff, but I just use like 2 to 3 blankets, depending on how thick they are, and put up there just to give a little bit of fluff. And then now it's time to put up our ornament. So I like gold. Again, I'm probably gonna end up getting different ornaments next year, but for this year, I'm just gonna keep the ones that we already have. So I am a scattered placer. I never actually place our ornaments in an organized fashion. I'm just gonna put them on to kind of cover up some of the empty spots, knowing that this tree is not as super fluffy as I would like it. But again, it's just the tree for this year. Next year, we have a different tree. Other than our gold ornaments that come in like the shiny and then the glittery, and then there's like a matte one, we have different ornaments we get from some of the places that we go to. And then of course we always have ornaments around our little guy. We love keeping them. It just kind of like makes us feel great to just see how much he's grown and look back at those little homemade ornaments. They're just so sweet. So now that the tree is up and all the ornaments are on, I'm putting up the rest of our decorations. So I'm putting our stockings up on our mantle, along with a Christmas candle that I got. All of these pieces from the holiday season that I'm showing right here on my mantle, including the tree gold candle, as well as the 2 stocking holders, all came from Home Goods. So unfortunately, I can't link those below, but I'll link some things that are similar, just because as we know with Home Goods, it's always just kind of touch and go of what you're going to get there, what you're going to find. It's one of the great things with Home Good finds. But of course, if someone likes it and goes, "Where'd you get this?" Oh, it was at Home Goods, but it's probably not going to be there days later. So I'm hanging up all of our stockings. We kind of have stockings that are a little bit disheveled, not as organized. Most of the ones we just kind of picked out or were gifted to us. So one year my husband and I got each other stockings based off what we thought we would like. And then my son picked out his own stocking when we went to Home Goods. And then he also picked out the doggies, which the doggy stocking has a dog on it. So we got everything up there, and now it's time to reshift back all of the furniture. I also put out our red holiday pillows that we put on our ottomans right over there, our chairs, our swivel chairs, which kind of just bring everything together since we already have a cream and olive themed room. The olive color of the chairs kind of just make it even more festive without it actually being something I put out for the holidays. And then of course you cannot simply just put up your holiday tree and get the living room ready for the holiday season without cleaning up everything. So I'm wiping down the tables. I actually just also vacuumed our couches and the chairs, and then I vacuumed the floor. And then I'm about to make it smell really festive. I got this Thymes Brazier Fir candle. I actually got it at a Christmas market, but I recently found it on Amazon. So I'm gonna link that right below as well. It permeates the room to it smells like a very fresh Christmas tree. So I loved it. As soon as I smelled it, I knew it was so strong, it's gonna be so fragrant. And after 30 seconds of lighting it, it took up the entire room and it made it feel like we just bought a fresh tree. So I love getting those types of candles when we put our Christmas tree up, since we have a Christmas tree that is not real, but I just bring in the scents as well. At my family's house, my parents' house, they actually put these little sticks on the tree that make it smell like a fir tree, but I just decided to go with candles. Now to put the finishing touches on everything in the living room, I'm just bringing out a blanket that I naturally use day to day to kind of add some little color onto the couch. As you can see, we don't have curtains up in our living room and we don't have any throws or accent pillows on our couch just yet. So just adding a little color over there so it's not as bland on the one side, and just fluffing up everything, make sure everything's clean. And this is just kind of where we are for the holiday season at this point. So I'm all decorated. This is pretty much all set. What I'll be doing, I may add some things to the middle of the mantle up here, possibly going to Home Goods or Target, hoping to get my bezel soon. As you can see, we have curtain rods up around the house, but no curtains, but that's coming soon. So I took the tote back downstairs, have all of this set up, but this is what it'll be for right now. And maybe as we're sharing some things, or adding some things, I'll share those as well. As always, make sure to check out anything on my shop LTK. You can see it in the caption below of where to find these, where I'll be linking a lot of my holiday stuff, as well as some things that I'll be adding as I'm adding them, along with this TV, which I'm super loving that the Samsung frame TVs, we have the 65-inch, come with the holiday inspired, so the fact that it has this Christmassy hearth and actually is clicking in the background, so it sounds like a live fire. But of course we have our fireplace lit as well. So our little candle here is giving the fresh tree smell. So we're getting that fresh tree smell even with our Target tree over here. So again, that's it. Nice and comfy. I'll have my son come home. He'll be super excited to see it. I'm sure my husband's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you finally put it together. But we're coming all together, and Merry Christmas.